Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Gather round, gather round. Thanks for everyone for tuning in to another episode of the Professional Nomad Podcast. Thank you for tuning in if you're able to join me on this live stream this weekend. Thank you for the new subscribers. We're inching closer and closer and closer to the 300 subscriber mark. Thank you for everyone that has been a part of this journey. Um, I just want to say that working on YouTube, trying to make a thing out of YouTube can be a daunting task. And for people to show support, send donations, people are not start they are now starting to send ideas to the email for videos. A little some of them are a little outrageous, but keep sending them. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it as if it's not gonna be in a professional manner over here. We don't do dating content over here. We try to keep it a little professional on this channel. Please keep sending your ideas over to the email. Just remember when you send them though, please make sure that they are in a professional manner. Okay, professional, because some of them are a little ratchet, and some of them are. Ooh, I'm not trying to get shut down. It's too early. I ain't even start making no money off this thing yet. You know what I'm saying? But in all sincerity, it's a humbling experience to see people who support every week that come back, and I've had the same people here, same people that's been stream sponsors, like my guy, International Quiet Storm. He always gives me a lot of love and a lot of support. Him and the guys over there at Machismo TV, they support me. My lovely fiance, she always comes through and has my back and supports me. Thank you, gracias, like a king. Appreciate you too, pimp. I really do. You know, without a strong core community, it's hard to do what you do on here because you're taking time out of your day to sit here and talking to a mic and a camera and hope someone listens to what you do. And with that being said, we need to make sure that we check ourselves sometimes. That's why I'm coming back and doing another series on improving your value as a man with Kevin. Because with Kevin, he pretty much teaches when he speaks. Now you have to listen and take heed to what he say. You can't be very sensitive. You can't be the type of person that gets your feelings hurt. All right. And you can't take things personal. All right. But a lot of us have work to do on a personal level and a professional level. So, with that being said, oh my God, see what I'm saying? He already came through and showed love. The stream sponsor, let me take this down right here. The International Quiet Storm with the stream donation. Thank you, Pimp. I really appreciate it. Please support the channel. Please donate. Um, it helps us and gives us the confidence to keep doing this. Let me update this banner. Make sure it ain't got no typos in it. Yes, sir. You're very much appreciated, my guy. Just know that everything you do here goes a long way. And we're gonna make sure that we give everybody their flowers while they're here. Nobody is better than the other person. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I'm saying, please donate to the and support the channel. It gives us the confidence to keep doing what we do and helps us feed our families too. You just don't know, I mean, all this lighting and this electricity, it ain't free. So, we take these little coins and pay our bills with it outside of our day jobs or whatnot. But, you know, sometimes we have to go back, like I was saying a minute ago, and correct ourselves and get ourselves together because you always want to remain humble, right? And you always want to make sure that you're treating people like they're supposed to be treated, right? My guy, my guy. Salute, brother. Salute, salute. Hey, guys, like I'm saying, you need to make sure that you're humble enough at all times to treat people like they're supposed to be treated. And when these guys come through here and show me love, I show it right back to them. It's the basic, simple law of reciprocation. That's all it is. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. And when people come to support you, you must support them. And with that being said, make sure you go over there and check out Machismo TV. Because these my guys right here. I support them to the fullest and I stand behind everything they do. It's not my channel, it's their channel, but I support the message. It's a men-centric channel, and they're trying to teach brothers to get on the right path and do the right thing.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
I do mean with nothing because they make it into something and make it look easy. Make sure you guys go over there and support those guys, man. Salty Balls, the contractor, Tito, the hot sauce, Machismo TV, the International Quiet Storm. Go show support. Late night. Machismo TV is the YouTube channel. Quiet Storm, if you here, bro, drop the link in the chat. People, make sure you go support these guys because they support me so much. I have to show support back. So I'm gonna always do the same thing. Big circle. All right. Thanks for coming through here, contractor. But I'm not gonna talk you guys head off. I'm just saying sometimes we need to make sure that we're staying humble. We need to remain humble because God giveth and God taketh. And if we do not, sometimes it can humble us in the worst ways. So today, what I would like to do is start a new series on Kevin, talking about how to improve our values as men. And we do this by working on our soft skills. I work in a corporate setting. There we go. I work in a corporate setting, so I have to always be improving on my soft skills. I also have to practice de escalation tactics. I always have to practice humility and how to talk to people on a daily basis. When you're the difference in mindsets when you're an individual contributor, and I've said this before on videos, but I'm gonna make sure I touch on this again. And this is the link. Make sure you guys go over and check out Machismo TV and Salty Balls. Salty Balls is gonna make you get your think on. Salty balls is going to make you get your critical thinking game together. It's important to have critical thinking in the world. You can't be an emotional person, especially if you're a man. Not good. All right. But I talk about these things like the mindset of an individual contributor. You're not responsible for nobody but your damn self. You don't care about nobody's actions. You don't care about what's going on with other people. You only worry about you. When you have a management mindset, a boss mindset, when you're actually a boss, not a boss, make believe boss, just because you make money or whatever, that don't make you no boss. Do you have direct reports? Does someone have to check in with you and explain something on a day-to-day basis? You understand what I'm saying? If that's a no, you ain't no boss. You just a person out here making money. You know what I'm saying? You're just a person out here making money. All right. And please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. Things are about to get real live and we're about to blow up over here. Make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure you share the video, share the content. Tell everybody about this. Tell a friend, right? Just let them know that we got something going on over here that's real and we're trying to build and grow over here. We're doing our own community. I haven't spoke about the Nomad Worldwide WhatsApp group in a minute because I'm still trying to make sure that we vet everybody properly that I'm gonna put in there, but it's coming along. It's gonna come along and it's gonna happen. But it is what it is. All right. Gracias la quina. Oh, okay. Yes, Salty Balls. Please make sure you subscribe to Salty Balls. Also, make sure you subscribe to The Contractor. This is another real one. This guy been through it all, and he knows how to give you the utmost game, and he's gonna talk you through a litany of stories. He's gonna tell you a whole bunch of things, and all you gotta do is sit there and listen. Listen to what he has to say. Life experience teaches, and when you listen to what the contractor has to say, you learn some things, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to do this when I was in the hood all the time. I used to sit there and listen to the old people talk, tell stories. That's one thing I like about the contractor because that's what he do. I just listen to the old stories. You know what I'm saying? You learn things in this way, and it's not hard to do that. So make sure you do that. I know the explanation was a little gerbil, but this is one thing I like about the contractor because when you listen to him, you learn because he's got a lot of life experience that he talks about in his videos. So please make sure you go over there and check him out. Also, make sure that you are following the Instagram page, right? I got some videos that I'm about to drop over there because I just dropped some shorts on the YouTube channel of my recent trip to Colombia, and I'm gonna put those same shorts on TikTok and Instagram. So therefore, you can go there and view what I'm basically chopped up. It's not nothing real eye opening. It's just some little shots here and there. I got one I'm working on. I got too much sun and I got to figure out how to edit that one and get it together. But once I do, it's gonna be nice. All right. But thanks everybody for coming through, showing support. Make sure you're subscribed. All right. Now let me get back to sharing the screen with this video. And we're gonna get this one started. I don't want to talk too much on it. Either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. together.
So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Boppity bop bop bop. Let's go, OG. See, this is a perfect example of why you should never ever be ashamed, because everybody struggle streams here and there. You know what I mean? Everybody struggle streams. Everybody struggle streams.
Sound is not working. I just said hi. That's all I did. I just said hello. I just made some funny sounds, but that's all right. The candle of the day is Palo Santo, and the fragrance of the evening is none other than a new one from Amouage. And the one from Amouage is called Reflection 45. Reflection, man, is one of the best fragrances ever. And Reflection 45, this one right here, takes everything about the original Reflection, man, to the nth degree. It's kind of like Pegasus exclusive, Leighton exclusive. When you get an exclusive level fragrance, that stuff, when I was in Miami, I was having to beat them off with sticks. Get off, girl. Stop. I gotta go, girl. I gotta go. But what was I saying today? Today, we're talking about getting the likes up, because we're going to talk about the thing that really separates success. This is personal success. This is professional success, especially when it comes down to men. So shout out to all the crybabies. All the crybabies. Your Godfather's about to clue you in on something that I've been talking about since I've got on YouTube. The power of image and how it translates across the board, and something that I had to learn when I was a young Thundercat, when I was in sales, okay? So we want to get this going, so I'm going to trust you guys. We're going to keep the likes up, all right? But here's the thing. How many men out there want to be successful in life? If you want to be a successful man in life, Go ahead and raise your hand high. Say, I want to be a success. Don't no shame in your game. Just say, I want to be a success. Okay. And if you want to be a success, understand something, especially in the Black community, we were taught wrong. We were taught work hard, work hard, work hard. There's work hard, and then there's work smart as well. Oh, boom. Let's get this up on the screen. 29-year-old blue collar Henry here. Just wanted to say thank you for all the jewels you're dropping for young man. Appreciate it, nephew. You know, I know, here's a funny thing. I know that there are more people out there appreciate the things I'm saying. And we allow the haters, detractors, critics to just watch from the sidelines, because when you're the lead dog, the view never changes. And you have to decide if you want to lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's what it comes down to. You decide to lead, follow, or get out of the way. And here's the thing. And this is something that I really had to grapple with when I got into corporate America. When I started working, because I was under a lot of misconceptions. I really, really was. I was under several misconceptions. And the biggest misconception was that if you just work hard, the rewards will come to you. No, absolutely not. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about what I had to learn when I was a young sales rep. Okay. When I was a young sales rep, I was ranked number 2 in the nation. Hold on. I was ranked number 2 in the nation when I was a young sales rep. Okay. This meant I was used to the founders of the company, the people up in the C-suites. I was used to them coming up to me and saying, Kevin, we're going to need you to win the game for us. It was not uncommon for members of the board, members of the C-suite to come out and say, look here, we are behind and we need to report our numbers to Wall Street. And it's just the last day of the month. And a couple of guys did not make their quota. Can you go get us an additional $20,000? My quota was $7,000. We need you to go get us an additional $20,000 on the last day of the month. Now I'm already 300% the plan. I'm already sitting at $21,000, $22,000. I'm thinking about next month, the month after next. I'm 6 months in, and they asked me to go pull another $20,000. And of course, I would, I'll skip this part of it, but we negotiated, and I made sure it got done, right? I made sure it got done. So here's the funny thing. When it comes right down to it, though, I had to learn one thing more than anything else, that there's a work hard component. But I used to always marvel at how my non-Black counterparts never seemed to be sweating like we were. My goal was, because I was taught, just like most of you guys, be like John Henry, get out here and just work your ass off. Cold calling in Houston or Dallas, Texas in the middle of the summer in a suit. While my colleagues, they were in the office chit-chatting and they were still making their numbers. And I didn't realize that while I'm going and calling 77-story, an 80-story building to find out who's in there, there's something called a Coles directory with the listing of all the businesses in there and the contacts. But you know what? This is one of the biggest things, especially with us as men. We think working hard changes it up. No. So when I was a young sales rep, I was used to my manager coming up and asking me, hey man, we need you to bring in some additional revenue to make the month. That was not uncommon. One thing that I used to think that was interesting is that we had a $5,000 monthly expense budget. $5,000 monthly expense budget. And I was one of these kind of guys who thought, I don't need to rely on those gimmicks. I don't need to take people out to golf. I don't need to take people out to steak dinners because I'm a real ninja. I'm a hard worker. I'm smart, and I don't have to buy my way. Remember, we had this whole tricking conversation. I told you our money mindset is so off. So I'm thinking if I'm number 2 in the company without spending $5,000 a month in entertainment, I'm thinking I'm better. I'm saving the company money. But I never could understand why my manager was always like, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing that, but you need to go ahead and take your clients out to dinner and things like that. Never made sense to me. Never made sense to me. So what ends up happening? Month 1 happens. My manager tells me you're blowing it out of the water. You're 300% to plan, but you need to just spend that expense budget. Month 2, same thing, but you need to just spend that expense budget. I'm just in one ear and out of the other. Month 3, my boss's boss comes around and says, hey man, you had an incredible quarter, but we need to talk about your expense budget. And I'm thinking, what do we need to talk about? I've saved the company $15,000 and I'm at 300% to plan. See, in sales, you normally get written up when you don't make your number. I'm making my number. I go out of the office on a Friday and I come back. My manager, his boss, the regional vice president, and the CEO were in the conference room and they said, Kevin, we need to see you in the conference room. I see all these people and I'm thinking they're going to ask me to go out and win the game again. Now, the conference room and my office are kind of right next to each other. I should have known something was about to happen. And if HR would have been in there, I would have known I was about to get terminated. HR was not there. And what happened is they talked to me. Get the likes up, folks, so the comment section gets shut off. What happened was they started talking to me about this damn expense account. And I finally said, guys, I don't understand. I don't need to be like that guy and this guy and that guy who have to buy cigars and golf trips and all that kind of stuff. Why do I need to do all that? I'm out here outworking them. And then one of my VPs, his name was Tony. He says, I got it, guys. He's like, I came up poor too, Kevin. I came up poor too. And let me try to explain it to you this way, because I just didn't understand. He said, there's a social side to success. He's like, you think you're helping the company out by making 300% the plan and saving money. But we keep asking you to do something. And every time we ask you to do something, you go above and beyond. But when we ask you to do this, you don't. And they spent the next 2 hours explaining to me the social side of success. He's like, there's something to say. When you sell a client on the value of something and you're giving them something to impact their bottom line, they'll keep you. But when you have a relationship and you're providing value, they'll stay with you for a long time. He's like, think about those accounts you try to win and you're better on price, you're better on service, you're better everywhere. And they won't even take the meeting. Or even if they do take the meeting, and you could be saving them as much as 40%, and you could hit every mark necessary, but they won't leave. And you ask them the question, what is the business justification for the decision you're making? And they can't give you one. And this is what tends to trouble logical, strategic-minded folks the most, because our need to have stuff make sense. This is why you see so many guys who are left brain who look like shit. They don't understand image matters. To them, the job matters. And what we're going to talk about is the social side of success at work and more importantly, in your personal life. Because many guys who come over here are successful at work, but your fucking personal life sucks.
Let me stop it right there. Let me stop it right there. I hit the wrong button on the wrong page because he just said a mouthful right there. Who can relate to this? Who can relate to that? First, before I get into this, all right, please make sure you are following me on Twitter. I'm trying to be able to get my privilege back of going live on Twitter and Facebook. Please make sure you're following me on both pages, on Twitter and Facebook. All right. The videos will be over there as well as over here, as well as my other social media pages like Rumble, Odyssey, everywhere else. All right. We're in more than one. All right. So, gracias la quina. Okay. Gracias, mi amor. Socially, it's important to develop relationships, not just with important people, but with everyone. With everyone. Everyone matters. Everyone matters. Everyone should be treated the same, from the janitor to the CEO. I know people have seen this before, but this is not actually something people do. And I know people like to throw it around like, oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But I guarantee you, if people wanted to go look, they can find a list of people who hate your fucking guts. Why is that? It's a reason for it. Yesterday was my 9-year anniversary at work. The past 3 of those years, I've been in corporate management. All right. The previous 4.5 years, however, I was not in any kind of a management role, but was thrust into doing management type things because I was a hard worker. So everything Kevin just said resonated with me. It just smacked me all in the face, right? Because when I was in my old position, this is when I started listening to Kevin. Cut your hair, do these things, all that. If you want to get promotions, all that. And it worked. So that's why I always come back to Kevin when there's a lesson to be taught. Well, anytime you see me do a series on Kevin, time for you to get a talking to, just like me. I need a talking to as well, all right? Because there's always a lesson to be taught. We're never too big we're never too big to learn something. And we should always be ever learning. Always. I learn from everyone I come in contact with, whether I meet them digitally, physically, whatever. I learn and I grow. In my second position with this company, I was there 4.5 years. I came in with the work ethic because my first position I started with was a production-based position. And we had to bust it. We had to bust it. We had to work long hours. We had to do all of these things to meet production. And I was one of the top producers. But you see these things on the wall right here? I'm like, man, I'm not doing this for nothing. This was before I even got these two right here. I'm still trying to accomplish those. I already had this one. This one is for music. These three are all from the same place, right? But what I did, instead of just letting my work speak for me, because my numbers in production was great, I worked with a bunch of younger folks. So I definitely had a different mindset. Plus, I was fresh off the streets. So I had the mindset of how can I elevate in here? Who do I need to meet to let them know everything I got going on outside of here and what my career expectations are for you to look at me and say, oh, okay, well, okay, yeah. But what I also had to learn is the very first rule of the 4-day laws of power. And I've been talking about this with one of my other coworkers, right? Hopefully she's watching. And you never break rule number 1. And that is you never outsmart the master. You never let them know this. You never let them know that you are definitely very intelligent or more intelligent than them because you become a threat. If you've ever read the 48 Laws of Power, it gives you a law that you shouldn't break, and it gives you examples of what happens when you do break those laws. So a lot of people say it makes you passive. It doesn't make you passive. It makes you very fucking intelligent. Because in life, you can't go through life stepping on toes and breaking bones. Yeah, you can if you don't care. If you don't care where you end up. But if you're trying to accomplish something, you want to make sure that you are doing the right things at the right times in the right places. Right? So what I ended up doing was getting cool with the supervisor. The supervisor, I let her know what I was trying to do. Start buying her fucking muffins and coffee. She ain't even had to ask for it. People thought I was sleeping with the supervisor. They would see me drop a muffin or a cake or something on her desk. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you do to sway favor. Every morning, I go over to Starbucks. I come back, muffin, coffee. Boom. She be in a meeting. Come back, boom, on her desk. She already know where it come from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even flirting with her, trying to holler at her, trying to do none of that. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Just keeping it real. So eventually she started talking to me because she was from the hood too. So she could peep. She could peep certain little things I would say because I could peep she was from the hood and I would say it and she would catch it and she'd be like, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Not to mention I worked with her sister. So her sister was cool with me too. So yeah, it just happened. So when I started looking for positions and I finally got one, she told me. So I promoted out. Quiet Storm says, what? That definitely was me 5 years ago. I'm an incredible worker, but my social skills was trash. I know that's right. I've been there too. I had to learn how to talk to people in a corporate environment. Yes. Me growing up in my neighborhood, I grew up in an era where all we did was talk crazy to people. We If we try to talk to a girl, she didn't want to talk to us, we talk crazy to her. If we go into a restaurant and order food, didn't like the service, we talk crazy to. We fucking jump the counter and beat up the fucking people working in the restaurant. Man, we didn't give a damn. We were the reason they put police in the high schools here. It was pretty bad. So from me coming from that to this, it's a whole change that people don't even know that I went through. One of my neighbors that lives close to me, he went to high school with me. And he came to me and he asked me, hey man, you going to the high school reunion? No, I'm not going. He's like, why? Don't you want to just go catch up with everybody? I said, no. One, when I was in high school, none of y'all believed in me. You didn't think I was going to amount to shit. It's just the truth. I'm not trying to be a sourpuss, but I'm just being real. Y'all didn't think I was going to be nothing. Two, I believe in karma. I don't believe in going up in these people's face, rubbing in these people's face how good I'm doing now. Not like I'm king of Zamunda or something, but I'm definitely not what you thought I was going to be. You thought I was going to be in the pen doing life or something. I'm not. I'm corporate management right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in rubbing in nobody's face because all that's going to do is generate bad karma. I don't believe in generating bad karma. No, I'm not going. That's definitely what's going to happen. Man, you exactly right. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely what's going to happen. I don't want to generate no bad karma because the things that I'm trying to do in my lifetime, I'm trying to just trying to slide through like the Silver Surfer, baby. You know what I'm saying? And the only way I'm going to do that is if I am generating positive, great, good karma. See, when you generate negative karma, when you generate enough, it comes back and bites you in your ass. All right. And I've been that person that I've done low down, dirty things to people and suffered immediate karma for it. That's why I don't do things like that. Because my karma is instantaneous. For example, I took a dude to Blockbuster back in the day and he was, down on his luck. And I took and got him a Blockbuster membership and went and rented a bunch of video games. And we never took them back. It wasn't in my name, it was in his. It was dirty. You know what I'm saying? I took advantage of that man. 3 weeks later, I got in trouble with the police. Guess why? Karma. So I don't do things like that. I don't do things like that to people. It comes right back real quick to me. I don't need that. Yes. That's all I'm saying. I don't, karma is a bitch. You think that shit don't you think it ain't real. It's real, brother. It's real. You know what I'm saying? I don't have problems. That's why I don't have problems with nobody. Anybody that's ever done anything wrong to me, instantaneous karma for them. I don't know how or why, but it's just like that. It is what it is. But I was like that too. Of course, Noah. I had to learn how to talk, how to dress, how to do all that. I used to wear white t-shirt and Dickies all the time and Jordans. That was me. That was the look. Ice Cube, NWA. You know what I'm saying? Until, a partner of mine came to me and talked to me about my image and presentation because we were running the streets. So they had a stereotype of people running the streets that look just like me. Everybody white t-shirt and khakis. But so we changed how we dressed. They weren't harassing the people with the button-up shirts and the chinos walking up and down the street. They were stopping them little young dudes over there with the hoodies on and stuff. They weren't stopping, the ones that looked like we were in college with the polo shirts. You know what I'm saying? The Tommy Hilfiger shirts, stuff like that. I could walk right past the police, busting people, gun on my hip, 20,000 cash in my pocket. They don't even bother me. Stop everybody else. So I took that mentality into corporate America. People like lunch. One thing I learned in school. You trying to make something happen? Take them to lunch, buy them lunch. which is what I did with the supervisor. Developed a rapport with the supervisor. Didn't have to do that. I wasn't even trying to smash her. I just did it just to be doing it. My own girl. To this day, we're still cool. To this day, I can hit her right now. We're still cool. It's my homegirl. Her sister. It's my homegirl. We're still cool. To this day. I ain't never try to ask them for nothing. Try to see the problem is you try to stick you think with the wrong head. When you think with the wrong head, you end up in situations you can't get out of. Everything ain't meant to be smashed. It just ain't. You got to know when and where you should be doing it. Control that rod. You got to control it, man, because if you can't control it, it's going to cause problems. But I learned that control. I learned how to speak to people. I learned that got me somewhere. When it got me somewhere, I continued to practice it. I also learned I had to learn how to de-escalate situations because when I was in the streets, we could just pop off and snap on people. When I got off in this job, I couldn't pop off and snap on people. I got my first promotion. I had to call and check on elderly people. You know, I had to call your grandmama, literally. Your grandmama got insurance. I was one of the people to call and check on her and make sure that the people were taking care of her. And when they weren't taken care of, I had to call the people who were supposed to be taking care of her. That would piss you off if you find out that these people who were supposed to be providing services to this elderly lady ain't been there in a week. And this lady been sitting there in her own feces for a week. It pissed you off. But you couldn't snap off on them. It would piss you off if you called and you found out that one of the members you was trying to make sure was getting their services died because one of the companies was being negligent. Oh, she passed away. Well, what? No, it's just skills that you learn. You know, or you would be upset because people would be calling you, members would be calling you because they ain't getting their services and they're upset because literally the plan is taking everything from them. They can't have no money or anything. The plan takes care of them, but in return, they take their checks, they do all that. So they're upset they're not getting the services they're supposed to be receiving. So they're calling you upset, and you have to de-escalate the situation. So you got to sit there and take it and suck it up. And a lot of you dudes are too emotional. A lot of you women are way too emotional to sit there and take a tongue lashing from somebody who is just pissed. And still try to de-escalate the situation. Let's get back to the video. I could talk about this forever.
And I'm going to step on a whole lot of toes today. Pack your lunch. And if you get mad at me, I don't give a shit. I'm tired of biting my tongue. Unless you can beat the results, you can't tell me shit. All right. IQ. Know-how. IQ is about know-how. EQ is about know you, and I'm going to add something else, knowing people. Knowing people is the thing that screws so many men up, especially in these environments, because of the overemphasis on IQ and the rank misunderstanding of EQ. And you think one counts more than the other, EQ counts more than IQ. I want you to understand something. Get your pen and paper out. Because one thing I'm teaching class today, money making is a social activity, and success is shared. 48 laws of power. Don't build a fortress around yourself. You'll see many guys who have a high IQ, but they're a bunch of fucking loners and they cannot work with other people. The same thing with women. This is where women, they got the girl code and everything else because women understand that people matter. When I taught my MIT, men in training, the first thing I would tell guys is, guys, life happens outside and life is about people. So I don't care if you have a high IQ. Tesla's technology was better than Edison's technology, but Edison understood people. And if you understand the IQ part of your life, but your day to day, if you're an A student at production, many guys who are A's at production are a D or F student at social life. I'm sorry, I've grown up with nerds and techies. And put them in a physics class or chemistry class or whatever, they do this. But as soon as they leave the classroom, they suck. They don't have people skills. So what do? They over-index on intelligence. And then they get mad because they cannot influence people to do what they want them to do.
Stop it right there.
Oh, I'm going deep today. This is why companies are not ran by the most intelligent men on the planet.
Stop it right there. Because what he's saying is true, man. Social skills are very important in this world. They're very important in this world. They're very important. You have to work on developing a set of social skills in the day-to-day life. When you step outside of this place, is it a bunch of people who love to see you, or is it a bunch of people who hate you? I ain't talking about the yes men's or your inner circle. I'm talking about when people see you, do they be like, are there more people who want you to come to their things more than people that are saying hateful things about you, right? Because we sometimes can sell a false bill of goods about one thing, and we put an image out here to the world that this is what it's supposed to be, but that's not really what it is, man. We are social creatures, so we need other people to be in our lives, even if we are not on the same level as them. We are social creatures. We are supposed to be in communities with other people. Everyone in the community is not going to be the most intelligent or the most productive or the richest, right? But you still need these people because these people help you be you. This is why you must treat everyone with the same ounce of respect. Having social awareness and social, not social awareness, social responsibility, right? Having these two things is very important in this world. Okay, contractor, I didn't know you had left. You have to understand how important that skill is. It's very important. That's why I'm starting the Nomad Worldwide WhatsApp group. Is because it's a bunch of people that can, yeah, we can get in there, we can collaborate, and we can share information, and we can help. But it's about community. It's about building community. I mean, everyone has a YouTube channel, and everybody has their own individual thoughts and their own individual messages that they're trying to push out to the world so everyone can see, right? But at the same time, when you have a centralized location where you can go to a hub and share information, it's better for you and for the soul. Trust me on that. Because you can have your group, but when you can tap into another source that's in a whole nother place, that's doing a whole nother thing different from what you're doing, and you can learn, that's key. That's crucial. Can you actually take off right now and go somewhere to another country and just get off the plane and walk and automatically start assimilating? A lot of people are going to say no. Can you go somewhere and just assimilate into the population with everybody else outside of a language barrier? Can you do that? Because it ain't nothing to learn another language. It takes time and effort. But can you just go? Just leave wherever you're at right now, if you're able, and just go and land somewhere else. And automatically, when you get off that plane, it's a group of people waiting on you to catch you up to speed on what you done missed when you've been gone. You did. You understand what I'm saying, though, Quiet Son? Like, can you just, like right now with my fiance, I got my fiance, I'm tell her I'm on the way. As soon as I land at the airport, she'll be there waiting on me, and I take off and we go. And wherever we go, we're together. And I automatically start doing the same thing that I'm doing here, there. Think I'm lying? Go look at my shorts that I just dropped on the on this channel. Go look at the shorts. I'm in the grocery store. I'm literally in the grocery store. This ain't cap. This is me jumping on the plane, flying to South America, going grocery shopping. Do you do this? If the answer is no, why not? This is me also on another short in the mall. One of the most beautiful malls I've ever seen in my life. The mall looked better than the mall that I got in my own damn city here in the United States. It's a 3-level mall. You check out the shorts on my channel, you'll see this mall. I was like, man, what the hell? The mall in my city don't even look like this. And it's supposed to be a third world country? That's beside the point. Can you do it? If you can't do it, what's stopping you from doing it? If something's stopping you from doing it, should explain why. Tell me why. What's stopping you? Don't, because in my book, the only thing that's stopping you is you. You just need to go meet people, Meet real people, not this. Not keep up. Like I had to talk to my cousin about this the other day. He was looking at videos of Colombia, looking at women. I'm like, cuz those are those are working women. Stop looking at that. That's not what you're gonna see when you go down there. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna see that. You're gonna see regular people. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna see these things when you get off the airport. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Trust me. Everything looks good when you get off the plane in South America. That's what people are not telling people on these videos when they show you these videos. The only thing that's going to look like what a lot of people are showing you on these videos are the working women, of the, of the working women. So those are what you're seeing on those videos. That's not real women. Those are the tourist areas. When you go to the tourist areas, you're going to see that. But everything looks bad. Everything looks good. I mean, everything you're going to, well, not no hobo. Let me stop there. Not everything, but the majority looks good. But what you're not going to see, you're not going to see these women that they're showing you on these videos. You're being sold a false bill of goods. Yeah, never be afraid to grow and become better. See, this is what I'm telling you about. This is why you listen to people like the contractor. Go over there and subscribe to the contractor. Go over there and listen to the stories that he's telling you. I'm telling you, this guy's got some stuff that he talks about on his channel that will benefit you. I know I kind of jumped up the explanation earlier, but I'm telling you, it's beneficial to go listen to guys like him tell their stories, their life lessons. That car ride hurt my heart. I missed those drives in the foreign lands, but I'm just saying, that's the same thing I did. I left the airport. Look at my, oh man. Look at the homie. Look who's here, man. Look who done slid through the back door. Quiet Storm. He took your entrance, Quiet Storm. He took your entrance, pimp. He done slid in the back door. Salute to Salty Balls. Thank you, Pimp, for coming through here, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing, man. Thank you. Go over there and subscribe to Salty Balls channel, y'all. Make sure you check out Salty Balls. First off, make sure you subscribe to the contractor. Like I was just saying, go over and listen to some of those life lessons, man, that he tells you about. Also, guys, check out Saul. Go get your critical thinking skills up to par. You need it. Trust me. He helped me because I needed it. I mean, I think I'm pretty good, but when I got to talking to Saul about some things, it was just some things that, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not the most intelligent person on. Saul, he opened my eyes to some shit. Excuse my language, but he did. It is what it is. And we can be great critical thinkers, but when it comes to learning, you should never stop trying to learn. So you should never be ashamed to say, well, this guy helped me learn something else. And I learned a lot from listening to these two guys and their stories, both of these guys. So please make sure you go check out both of these guys' channels and sub. And also, once again, make sure you subscribe to Machismo TV. Go over there and check them out late night tonight, and they're live on Sunday nights. All right, guys, back to it. Salute, Saul. Thank you for coming through here, buddy. Yeah, you're being sold a false bill of goods, man. When you get off them planes, you go to these places, you don't see girls walking around with spandex on. You don't see that. That ain't what you see. That's not what you see. You see everyday people who ain't thinking about you. They're not stopping to talk to you. They don't care if you're American. They don't care nothing about no money. They don't care nothing about nothing. They don't care about that. You have to distinguish yourself over there. And what I'm saying to you is, what'd you say, Clyde Storm? They always come through flipping tables and dragging the muddy shoes. Just making a mess. Just making a whole mess, disrupting everything. You know what I'm saying? Just messing it up, just fucking it all up. Yeah, that's what we do. It's cool. The point is, that's social skills right there. That's you developing social skills, not just in your area, but in a whole nother country. Can you do that? Like I'm saying, I go grocery shopping in another grocery store in another country. See how that happens. See how it just looks like another day. It doesn't look like anything different. People are thinking like, as soon as I get off this plane, I'm supposed to see exotic models everywhere. That's not what happens. All right. That ain't what happens. And then you get confused and you go looking for it and then you end up on DC Rob channel. That's what you need to, need to try to avoid that. Let's get back to the video. Social skills are important, bottom line. All right.
They're not run by the most intelligent people. They're run by the people with the best people skills. The difference between the CEO and you is not IQ, it's EQ. Know-how versus know you and knowing people. And what's the differentiator? Something that one of the main reasons I got into image consulting, soft skills. I've spoken at colleges, universities, I've spoken at corporations. I've spoken at lock-ins on the necessity of soft skills. And I want you to understand, many people that you like suck at soft skills. My soft skills, I've developed them over time.
Yes.
And as good as they are, they can always be improved. I just did a collaboration with Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews and this Complicated channel. What you saw was 3 different approaches. But when you have when you have a proficiency at soft skills and a mastery in your profession, you are a force to be reckoned with. Many people have a mastery in their profession, their craft, but they effing suck in soft skills. You want to know one of the biggest indicators? Nobody likes them. Nobody likes them, and they don't have a long history of working with others well. Why? Because soft skills come down to 3 major things: communication, team building, and most important, conflict resolution.
Let me stop it right there. Conflict resolution, very important. A lot of people don't know how to de-escalate from conflict. They'd rather just talk crazy to you and be done with you. Let me put this solo back up here again. All right. And I'm gonna make it to where everybody can see these 3 skills right here, right? 1, communication. Communication is the most important soft skill you can ever have because it delivers your intent. All right. You verbally telling somebody what you're trying to do goes a long way, and being truthful about it. Team building. Knowing how to be a team player and not being selfish. Working with other people to accomplish a common goal. Not trying to get over on people. Team building. That's what we practice over here. Team building. Okay? Team building skills. It's just Like right now, Team USA versus the world. All of these people are the best in where they come from on their teams, but they're all together as a collective unit trying to win a medal for the country. So you have to put all this aside, pride aside, to help you do one thing, and that's accomplish something. That's a team thing, right? No one is bigger than the other person. Yeah, I might have brought something to the table somebody else didn't have, but that don't make me no important than the other. All right. Conflict resolution. When things aren't going how they're supposed to be going, how do you react? Do you freak out? Do you stress out? You understand what I'm saying? If one of the members of the team isn't satisfied with what's going on, do you know how to talk them down? Let's say somebody wants to quit, right? I don't want to be on this team no more. This sucks. I'm used to doing my own thing. It's better for me to do my own thing. How do you resolve that conflict? Do you tell them just take their ass on? Or do you talk to them and try to figure out what's going on? What's the problem? And how can we fix this? Maybe this person isn't meant for the team. Maybe he he just isn't right. He never wanted to do it anyway. Okay. You never know what's going on. But what are you doing to resolve the issue? That is the biggest question. All right, let's get back to the video. Very important skills here. Very important skills. Very important. And people lack these right here.
Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is the key to life. Why some people walk around life in a perpetual state of war at work and in their personal lives. No one wants to be around a 24/7 asshole. But if you understand that people matter and you need to understand people, you can have an eye towards a solution, conflict resolution. And the only way you get conflict resolution is to start out with communication, interpersonal communication. Image is A, B, C, D. Only one part of image is your appearance. How you behave, how you communicate, and how you look online, your digital footprint is your communication. Interpersonal communication is one of the biggest reasons guys with high IQ and high aptitudes fucking fail in life, because there is a direct line between EQ and success. This is when people are going to start reaching for the anecdotal, finding the one or two test cases where somebody is a rank asshole and they've succeeded. You ain't Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. Knock it off. Just admit your EQ sucks. You don't know how to communicate to people. You don't know how to build with anybody. And you don't know how to resolve conflict. This is why I said there's lions and then there's tigers. Lone wolves die in the winter.
Let me stop it right there. Lone wolves die alone. We are social creatures and we are meant to be in communities. It just is what it is. Salute to Jay Fleming. What's up, Jay? Thank you for coming through, pimp. Salute to you too, man. The lone wolf dies alone every time. No one comes to save you. You know what I mean? Gracias la Aquina. Please make sure you subscribe to the Facebook page. My fiance keep putting these things up here, so I want everybody to make sure, you see these, right? I also appreciate the Quiet Storm with the $10 donation. He's a streaming sponsor right now. Appreciate you, pimp. All right. But Yes, sometimes you just have to admit it and then take a step back and then say, how can I fix these things? What is it that I need to do to correct these things? But sometimes you just simply need to ask, what's going on? How am I wrong? Sometimes we don't think that we're wrong. But if we ask someone else, they give us a whole different opinion. I mean, someone that's not a yes man, someone that'll really literally give you their opinion. And it might sting a little bit. How to correct things. It starts that way. Interpersonal communication, very important. Very important. We're just going to say communication in general because a lot of people do not know how to communicate. You have to communicate. Communication, very important. And that's why I started off and I say it is the most important thing in my eyes of the three that he's showing right now. Because communication, right? Communication delivers the intent. That lets everybody know what you're trying to do. And it also makes you a person of your word when you can deliver on these things. You want to be able to deliver on these things, right? The deliverables are more important than anything you know, right? But you always have to go back and understand conflict resolution because conflict resolution is going to come because everything's not going to always go according to plan. It never does. So we have to be prepared for these things when they happen. Do we panic? Do we freak out? Or do we strategize? And me, I'm a strategic minded thinking person. That's just what I do. Right? Yeah, guys, make sure you go over there and subscribe to Jay Fleming's YouTube channel. He goes live on Facebook as well. All right. So make sure you go over there, give him a shout, give him some love. Make sure you tell him the professional nomad sent you. All right. Let's get back to the video.
The pack survives.
Winter is coming.
The lone wolf dies. Why does this matter? Because in corporate America, you can see the guys, men and women who lack EQ are capped. And they're either capped at their organization, and most have to leave because they wear out their welcome. People with low EQ wear out their welcome. They are frustrating to be around. They don't have long histories of anything. They don't have long histories of friendships, and they wear out their welcome. They're frustrating to be around because it's all about them. People with low EQ tend to over-index on arrogance and narcissism traits. Now, there's a point to be made that America is a narcissist breeding ground, but we're talking about how to become better. It's not about making more money. Like the most important parts of being a man of value, a high value man, is people. Your network, high value men recognizing you're one of their peers, and you're being used to others in the group. Why is this important? Because so many guys are shocked that when they cross the six-figure mark, or when they cross the $85,000 mark, when they get into the top 15% of earners, many men are often shocked that their success with women does not map over. Many guys are shocked that they can have standing in that work world, but out in the real world, it matters not. And why? Because there is a social side to success. There's a social side to success when dealing with men. There's a social side to success when dealing with women. There's a social side to success when dealing with both men and women. And if you don't master, I don't even say master, if you don't become proficient at soft skills, communication, team building, and conflict resolution, no one's going to work with you for any long term. And again, You can't work with people who you can't build with.
Stop it right there. Once again, he's right, because the United States does breed narcissists. Right? No problem, Jay. This is what we do over here, man. Networking, man. You know what I'm saying? Let your network become your network. Damn right. That's my saying. Yeah, it's like, you know me, Quiet Storm. That's what I say all the time. Let your network become your network. United States breed narcissism. We groom individualism. We make people think it's better to be alone. It's just this is just how we teach. We don't teach togetherness, we teach separatism. You can do it by yourself. You don't need all these people. You don't, what are you talking about? You don't need help. You don't need to talk to nobody. Just go ahead and do it. Yeah, go do it. You can do whatever you accomplish. Put your mind to it. No one's gonna, no one's gonna stop you. Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. You can do it. Yeah. Until you start getting into those doors they don't want to open for you. You're like, well, why I can't join this meeting? You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. I don't want to be a manager in the department that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But during my common review, I told my manager I wanted to be groomed for management. That was in January. It's fucking August. You think it's done happened? No. No. It don't happen like that. So you need people. You damn right. You damn right, Saul. Damn right. You need people. They want you to think, oh, you do it by yourself. No, they pick people to do certain things. They have favorites. Nepotism, it runs wild in a lot of businesses. I mean, they just said a lot of things about LeBron James and his son, but look at what's been going on before that. No one said nothing about it. You know, it is what it is. The lone wolf dies alone. You have to find community. You have to find like-minded people, right? But you also have to know when these people are not serving you too. Because we can be on the same thought patterns and be thinking the same things, but we could be going at it differently, and you could be doing things that I might not really agree with you doing, and how you're doing it. I might feel that that might cause some problems on down the line. And do I want to really be associated with that? Yeah, we want to make it to the top, and we want to do this, and we want to start a community together, and we want to do this. But I'm not willing to take that shortcut that you're doing just to make it happen. I can get it out of the mud just like everybody else. I'm willing to put the work in. It's going to be hard, but we can do it together. We can do it together. And a lot of people don't really do that. Then you also have the people who have ulterior motives, people who say they'll do something and they really want to do something else. I mean, just what it is. But life teaches us a lesson. But you should never stop searching. You should never stop. You should always continue to go forward. Even when you don't find what you're looking for in one place, you can find it in another. But I wouldn't try to do it alone. Let's get back.
This is why relationships tend to go cyclical. Ladies, understand something. I'm talking to everybody at this point. This is not gender specific. This is a mindset. Just like let's break it down to men. Just like men can understand this in the work world, Today, many women are not focusing on the social aspects of success, the social side of success, relational success. Many women are biologically more interested in people. Men are biologically more interested in things. But today, women are being asked to talk to prioritize career past high school level interactions. This is where the big differentiators are. Just like in high school was vicious and there's a pecking order. But your social skills are supposed to evolve. They're supposed to evolve in college, in your early 20s, your mid 20s, your late 20s, your 30s, your mid 30s, your 40s. But sadly, too many of the people in their 30s today are still walking around with the social skills, the soft skills of a junior or senior in high school. And you see it in their actions. Quick to anger, conflict everywhere. This is for men and women. Always pointing at other people for the reason they can't get what they want out of life. Mm-hmm. That's why I think what we did in Las Vegas was so important, so impactful, because taking it out to the field where the work is real allows you to see soft skills, social skills on display real time. See, many people say, "Oh, you could do that on the phone." Blah 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 blah. No, motherfucker, you don't know who you're talking to. I can do this one hand tied behind my back because I've learned how to do this. Many people can't walk out into their day-to-day world and go into the neighborhood because you're not liked. And we have undervalued the importance of being liked by others in the group. Just like I undervalued the importance of the expense account in becoming a successful sales professional. I thought all that mattered was making the number. No. And it's
stop it again, because I don't want that to go over people's head. All right. I don't want that to go over nobody's head. It's important to be liked. You don't have to break your neck or kiss anybody's ass to make people like you, but it's an important thing for people to like you. It's very important. This is very important, because Donald Trump can go through life being hated. You can't. All right. Bill Gates can go through life being hated. You can't. I can't. We can't. We cannot be those folk. We cannot afford that luxury. We have to be liked. We have to be. We have to. And I'm not saying like I just said, we don't have to get out here and kiss ass to make people like us, but we have to lay forth a foundation of work so people can see these things so that they can like us. It's very important that we do that, because we leave a trail everywhere we go. And I ain't talking about a carbon footprint. I'm talking about just you. You know, right now, as a person of color, as a black man, I watch YouTube all the time. And as a black man, I can sit here and say, we are not liked everywhere we go. Now, let me say why. And it's not because of racism. It's because we are doing things right now in other places that make people think of us negatively. Let me say that again. We're doing things in other places, other countries, that are making people think of us negatively. I found a new YouTube channel. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but a guy married to his Dominican wife. This black guy, right? The Dominican wife doesn't really speak a lot of English, but he speaks Spanish. He understands Spanish, right? And when basically what he asked her was, what was your first thought of, being with a African American man? She didn't have nothing good to say. She didn't have nothing good to say. You know why? Because we put these images out here and people are thinking that this is what we're all about. I'm trying to think of verbatim what she said. She said in Spanish, she said, yo pensé, if you understand Spanish, you'll get to, yo pensé que todo africano americana solo le gusta putas. Porque cuando yo veo hombres aquí, ellos siempre con las putas. If you can't translate that, that means all of the black men are always with the working girls. You're always with the working girls. So they don't take dating us seriously because we're always in Sasua. Or we're always, when we're in Medellin, we're always in that area over there where the working girls are. So they think that that's what we're about. You understand? Siempre con las putas. Las putas. That's the word for the working girl. I don't know if I can say, the word on YouTube. Pero siempre con la puta. Las hombres africanos, americanos, siempre con las putas. Basically. And real women don't want to be associated with men who deal with those types of women. Exactly. I got a channel, but this is what she was saying. She didn't really have a bad outlook on us, but she was just like, every time I see y'all, this is what you're doing. You over there with them, you know, and this is what you're known for. What you're known for. So uh, the country gals are outside the tourist areas. They're outside the tourist areas. You gotta venture out. So like I was saying, so like on a lot of these videos, you see, it's like I was saying, I was talking to my cousin, he was showing me videos, and all the videos he was showing was a Cartagena. And all the videos that he was looking at was a clock tower area. If you're not familiar with the clock tower area, it's a very famous area in Cartagena, right? But in nighttime, it turns into the area. If you know what I'm saying. This is not a place where the gals are. This is a place where the over here is a working gal. But the point is, every chick is beautiful. There's no way that is. Well, what about those over there? Yeah, them too. Yeah, them too. Right, those people too. You have to leave. You have to go other areas. And when you're not in the tourist areas, You don't go there to have a good time. You go there to look for one thing and one thing only. But outside of those people, but those real people, are they going to want to deal? If we're in Medellin, there's a tourist area. I don't even know the name of the tourist area because I've never been, right? When I was in Medellin, I purposely avoided these areas. I avoided them. I don't even want to go close to it. You know what I mean? Immediately told my fiance, I don't want to go nowhere near this place. The place where all these people go, everybody I see that ended up on DC Rob channel, that place. Because we watched that channel together. Said those places where those bars are and all the place, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go nowhere near there. She said, okay. We go everywhere else. I end up in Belgium. They say you can't go to Belgium. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Belgium has some very nice areas. Just like Medellin has very nice areas. You just got to go where you know you can go. Don't be trying to, I want to go to the hood type things. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You go ride the metro. I rode the metro when I was in Medellin with the regular people. These regular people didn't give a damn that there's dark-skinned people in Medellin. They just looked at me, my fiance, they didn't say nothing. They just looked at us. We just sat there, rode the metro. They ain't say nothing. Wasn't it's gringo. They ain't say nothing. The only thing they did was look to see if it was some more space to squeeze in because it was a lot of people on the train. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't wow. I mean, they don't care nothing about you. This is where you go to meet the people that you want to meet, like the grocery store. Go to the damn grocery shopping, man. You'll end up meeting a dime piece at the cash register. That's even if she wants to deal with you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time you're only there for 3-4 days. Ain't no woman gonna wanna, you know what I'm saying, risk it all for 3-4 days and then be embarrassed. You done ran through it a whole. They ain't doing that down there. They ain't doing that down there, pimp. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what's popping. I'm telling you, I got that short. I was in Exito, grocery shopping, putting food in the Airbnb. Yeah. These areas, man, you can go get out of tourist them touristic. That's where all the troubles are. That's why all the people that are trying to rob people. You can see if you got some street sense about you, you'll see it. You'll see the people. You'll be like, yeah, let me get my ass on way from around here. You know what I'm saying? I had some friends who went down there with their foolishness. I almost got kidnapped by a cab. You know what I'm saying? Gotta. Mm-mm. We ain't gonna play them games. So, like, I'll let it know. I don't want to go nowhere near these places. Nope. Just go where the regular people go and we can just, chill out. I go chill with her family. They don't even ask me a bunch of weird questions. You know, I don't even have to ask them a weird question. I don't think they say, you want something to drink? You want a beer? You know, nah, cool. Oh, yeah, let me give one. Something like that, right? Something like that. Other than that, I'm not trying to show out for YouTube. Damn that. That's how you end up in trouble. Slide through. You know what I'm saying? Like I see Jay, like Jay here. And I see Jay. He posts pictures when he was in Cartagena. He's in restaurants. He's doing this. This is what you're supposed to do when you're there. Like you got a lot of weird creep cam dudes down there, man. Like, what the hell y'all be doing? But this is what you've done to the black man's image in these countries. Thailand, the Philippines, these other places. This is what they think of us now because you think it's cool to go do these things. And I don't want to be associated with none of it. It was cool at first, but now it's kind of becoming bad because now you got women who are saying, I don't want this type of guy. Right? They'll tell you if you're not really looking for nothing serious, don't even send me a message. It happens. I mean, they got places down there you can go do your thing at, but that's for a whole nother YouTube channel, not this one. But let's get back to the video.
It's even more paramount today in a world where everybody's attention is short and a global connected reality. You got more draws on your attention, but it's the man that can actually have a life that looks interesting that wins. Why is that? Like it or not, gentlemen, unless you want to have transactional relationships with women through your life, which that's your choice. But I've said it before, women love men who cheat. Women hate to be bored, and women love men who have a life that looks exciting. Men also like men whose lives look exciting. Ask yourself a question. Do people invite you to do anything? Do people invite you to go anywhere? When there's a house party or an event or whatever, is your name in the top? Are you on the must-have list? And if not, you got work to do. There are people, if you've ever thrown a party, there are people that do like, well, you got to invite so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And then there are people in the middle. And then there are people who you could care less if they show up. And then there are the people that you don't even want to know you had a party. Sadly, far too many folks online today have those results. Shit. Turn off the music. Turn off the music. Turn off the music. Who's that outside? It's Shirley.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it.
Who told her about the party? Yo, ass, you told her about the party? She brought beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, pigs, fish, chicken. Damn. Me here, y'all, today, your soft skills. Let me preface this and listen. There was an old running, coming from the Bible Belt, on Saturday morning, you used to have Mormons knocking on doors, Mormons, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But by far, and then you had the shout out to the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam, they be out there selling the final call. Well, by far, the most gangster of them all was the Jehovah's Witnesses. The Jehovah's Witnesses, they could shut a neighborhood down. People had outposts and smoke signals popping up. Here they come. What's happening? The Jehovah's Witnesses are on 17th. They're headed towards 23rd. But see, I got to see my grandmother, who was dipped in the blood, baptized at 4 years old, and I learned the Bible at her feet. So when the Jehovah's Witnesses used to come in, my grandmother would put on a pot of coffee and we'd bang with them. And I watched that woman have conversations with people in a biblical way to where the Jehovah's Witnesses learned that she had social skills and people skills. They go down the neighborhood, boop, 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 skip right on over our house and boop, 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 boop. I was like, man, that's pretty gangster, Granny. Granny had mad social skills, mad soft skills. So I'm like, you know what? Use that for good. The Jehovah's Witnesses made folks want to close their windows, close their blinds, and act like they weren't at home. Many people today have high IQ, but your social skills make the world and the people you want to work with you, deal with you, and relate to you want to treat you like you are that way. They want to close the blinds. And instead of understanding that your social skills suck, you get mad. And this is where I want to give it to the men. Gentlemen, you can have money. You can have possessions. You can have things. But if you want to have a long-term relationship with a woman of value, you're going to have social skills, proficiency. You don't have to be front stage lead singer, but you do need to be proficient. Nobody wants to be bored. Nobody wants to be bored, and no one wants to be around a 24/7 asshole. This is a matter of degrees, not extremes. Grenadian says, listen to this man. Tremendous lesson being told right here. Appreciate it. Uncomfortable truth. Pay this man. Appreciate it, my friend. Shout out to Alex. The lucid experience. As much as men may complain about Pookie and Ray Rays, these guys have high EQs. Exactly. Yes. Look. EQ. Social skills are a key to survival. So the man was saying why people complain about Pookie and Ray Ray, they overperform on their social skills. And here's the thing, as an image consultant, I don't necessarily care in my profession why, but I get it. Just like I was watching Auburn preach the other day, and they made a video talk about speaking white. And Preach was talking about how speaking French or speaking in a certain way would cause him conflict at all levels, at home, school, neighborhood, whatever. So he learned how to communicate in a way for survival. That is the core of human existence. We lived as nomads for the longest, but what made modern cities? Human beings deciding to sit down and collaborate and work together for a mutual good. And understand something too, gentlemen. Money making is a social activity and success is shared. You will only go so far without other people. You will only go, shout out to James, you will only go so far without other people. And if you have a track record of not being able to work with people, people have a right to look at you like, what's going to happen? And this is something that can be learned. Introvert, extrovert. That's that argument. There are many people who say, well, that's easy for you to say, Kevin, you're an extrovert. Bullshit. I'm an extroverted introvert. Y'all hear me riffing on Marvel and geek shit. I'm an extroverted introvert. Yeah. I would suggest telling people how to start with the book, Napoleon Hill, How to Make Friends and Influence People, Life-Changing Information. I would take one step before that, Blockavelli. I would start by telling people to understand that people matter. People matter. And if anybody would tell you if they know me in life, I am who I am. I am who I say I am.
Let me stop it right there real quick. We've been on here about 2 hours. But I just want to emphasize that point. People matter. People matter. We can't do nothing in this YouTube community, in the real life community, in the real world. We can't do nothing without people. I can't do nothing without you. You can't do nothing without me. Togetherness is a real thing. It's a real thing. And you heard what he said about being nomads, right? Even me, I'm a professional nomad. I take pride in that. But I also understand that I need community. I understand it. That's why I've taken upon myself to try to build not my own community, but my own version of a community to where we can help each other. Because I understand that we are all important, and I want us to all to be able to collaborate and work with each other. And like I just tried to. Let me read this comment from Quiet Storm. That was correct. Kevin was a huge nerd, but understood how to talk to people and got the desired outcome that he wanted. Yes, it's true. You know, I'm not ashamed to try to work or collaborate with anybody. I tried to collaborate with a guy for, just for the simple fact that his channel was based on, you know, putting out information for veterans and stuff like that, and he wasn't interested. And that was cool. That's his right. But what eventually I want to do is things like it just to be able to help people. Appreciate that comment, Quiet Storm. Please make sure you are following that Instagram page because we're on there too. And you'll be able to go there and see these shorts that I'm about to put on there today. I'm going to put the ones that's on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. Gracias, mi cielo. Yeah, he wasn't interested in doing it, and that's his God-given right to, not be interested in doing things. But at the same time, I'm trying to do things that's going to be better for the community that I'm trying to help build, and that is just collaborating with people. Collaboration is important. We can bounce ideas off each other. I can learn from you. You can learn from me. That's what the game is all about, right? Never thinking that I'm better than anyone else and no one else is thinking that they're better than me. The basic law of reciprocation. That's what I'm all about. All right. People are important. People are very important. People can make or break you, and people can help you become something or keep you from being it. Let's get back. We're going to finish this video.
A lot of stuff I do in my life, I don't put on camera. And people are shocked that you're down to earth because people matter. I go into my local fast food place. I call the people by their first name. I look at their name tag. I look them in the eye. I ask them how they're doing. People matter. There's a social side to success. Now, the question is, how successful do you want to become? I'm not talking about just in your professional life. Let's assume you're going to let's assume you're going to be as successful as you want to be in your professional life. I don't care about your professional life. I care the fact that your personal life sucks ass. You can tell people whose personal life sucks ass because their energy is off, their aura is off. They're always upset. They're always in conflict. They're upset. They're angry. They're frustrated. They look for conflict, and if there's no conflict, they'll make conflict because they're comfortable in conflict. Because conflict will suffice when your social skills suck. You can't build in conflict. You build in collaboration. Gentlemen, if you want to have a long-term relationship with a woman, you got to understand women are women and we are men. You can't try to get women to submit just because you're a man. Shout out to MTR. He'll tell you what I tell him. You don't win this argument on the facts. You win it on the optics. You win on the optics and the emotion. You can be right all day long. What about the sign language? Shame, guilt, insults, the need to be right. You can be right and still lose the freaking fight. A Pyrrhic victory. So guys, understand, many of us need to realize our soft skills suck. And you're going to have to invest time, effort, and money into improving your soft skills if you want to be successful. And if you find somebody else who tell you you don't have to do that, do you want to exchange lives with them? You'll find plenty of people who are going to sit around and tell you, I don't know, you don't really talk about man, whatever. Do you want to exchange lives with them? Remember, use your logic, gentlemen. All right, let's open it up.
All right.
Ladies, before I do that, I need to get to the ladies. I haven't forgot y'all. I had to get with the men first because we get with the builders. We get with the builders first. Now we're going to get with the teachers and the maintainers. The reason the world is in the shape it is today is because you ladies have dropped the ball on your social skills. Ladies, you're responsible for the teaching and transmitting of the culture. You don't like the fact that chivalry's dead. You don't like the fact that men are trying to Netflix and chill and swipe left and try to hit. Like it or not, you've made it this way. Many women today have the social skills of a 6th grade boy. Women are walking around cussing like men, big as men. Shout out to Obsidian, big and violent. You're not ladies. You're not feminine. You're not the women that your grandmothers or great grandmothers and people were. Come on now.
I got beans, greens, potatoes.
And then you get mad when somebody like myself comes along, and then all of a sudden you got folks coming out and tell, no, sister, that ain't the problem. That ain't the problem. You got it good. You got it good out here. What do we call them? The panda bears.
Afro circus, polka dot, Afro.
Yeah, that's the panda bell. Instead of the panda bear, we got the panda bell. Go ahead and play those strings. Oh, sister, you fine. It's all the men's problem. Think like a woman, think like a man, act like a woman. Go ahead. Teach them again.
Afro circus, polka dot, Afro.
Panda bell. What? You can't tell the women that they need to improve. No, man, that ain't, no. They're just fine. The ladies are okay. Yeah, ladies, you're okay. And then they get mad. They get mad at me, and I'm like, no, we're right. We're right, because, men abuse women and this and that. Oh, wait till Friday when I break out you start talking about the stats on cheating and conflict Friday. Oh, you're going to need the weekend to recover. You're going to need the weekend to recover. Because they get pissed. They get mad. Well, the only reason we do it is because you did that to us. And I'm like, You need to change your vision, ladies. Ladies, you need to change your vision, because your vision is clouded. What's her vision clouded by? Vision is clouded by, where is it?
Execute Order 66.
Vision is clouded. Ladies, I'm telling you, you need a new vision. Oh, you don't know what I mean? Here's what I mean. You need a new vision.
Well, I respect your ambition, but you got to have vision.
I respect your ambition, ladies, but you got to have vision. You're going to need a new vision of life, ladies. You can't just walk around with the social skills of a Cro-Magnon man or a caveman. Some of y'all walk around like dudes, cussing and fussing.
And stuff right there. I'm going to drop the link. If a couple of you guys want to come up, go on, come up.
And fighting, slapping and snapping and capping and blah, 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 blah. Why should anybody want to why should men want to improve those social skills if all they got to do is lay out put you down on the floor and treat you like a $2? Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Well, I respect your ambition, but you got to have vision.
Oh, ladies, are you the kind of woman that makes a man want to improve his social skills? Because the kind of women I'm bringing onto the platform and dealing may not be my type, but they are the type that at least men want to talk to. What kind of woman are you? Are you feminine, beautiful, and inspirational? Do you inspire a man to want to improve his social skills? Do you inspire a man to live a life the way he actually wants to take you out somewhere when he's wearing his suit? Or are you good enough, or onion rings and ketchup good enough for you? Don't get mad at me. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Because see, the thing is, I'm talking to the men, and I've been talking to the men for years about becoming the best versions of themselves. So they have options. And when men are experts in when they are experts in their craft and proficient in social skills, they are a force to be reckoned with. Now, ladies, many of your social skills today, soft skills, suck. Remember when I had this show, Shoot Your Shot? So many women shot shooting the shit. So many women shot shooting the shit, and you've been told, oh, well, I'm not going to shoot my shot. I should not have to approach a man. I should not have to do this. I don't give a shit about should. I give a shit about what works. I should not have to shoot my shot. You are too old to be talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda. Do what works. So we're going to open it up today. First 30 minutes, I'm talking to the women about your lack of soft skills. See, ladies, many of you don't have soft skills because you're not soft. You cannot have effective feminine soft skills as a hard woman. I know we're going to point to some chick some woman that made some money somewhere and say that she's, money is not the mark on this. Money is not the mark on this. The mark is a network and people wanting to exchange lives with you. Are you a person that other people admire? Admiration.
Jay, what's going on, brother?
Yo, brother, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
I can't call it, man. I'm chilling. I'm waiting. Honestly, I'm waiting on SummerSlam to come out.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a nice setup you got here, a nice show you got going on. I figured I'd come up and say what's up to one of the more classier brothers, a classier side of YouTube. You know, that's the side I enjoy more than anything.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I see you're doing the Kevin Samuels breakdown. Speaking about basically social skills, and one of the areas that I really enjoy is conflict resolution. That's actually a large part of my job. So the fact that he was touching on that, really spoke to me, and I think it's an important part of getting across to a lot of these brothers, and especially in the RP spaces.
Right,
Uh,
right.
there seems to be a lot of conflict. A lot of brothers just, I don't know, button heads. But, I think social skills is definitely an important part that I think a lot of guys need to touch on at this point, this point in the RP space.
Yeah, I've been seeing a whole lot of people butting heads and fighting and all kind of craziness going on. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think that's a good look for us online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can understand the situation that happened over in Thailand, and I can, things happen. I can understand a lot of things, but do we really need to be doing this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they already think of us like we're, out of control people. They see negative images of us in movies, and a lot of these people never really had no African American friends. Pray tell, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I wish a lot of guys would tone down the aggression. We're traveling the world, and we should not be going thousands of miles just to conflict with each other and fight, and who has better looking women and bigger cars and more money. It's getting out of control. I mean, yeah, even with me, it's like people are coming at me about it. I really don't address it, but I'm like, okay.
They're coming at you about this?
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. I don't know if you seen that yacht picture I took. I don't know
What
if you
the
did.
hell?
Well, okay, yeah, because I was in Brazil. I spent the month of July in Brazil.
Yeah.
I was invited to a yacht party, and so I took a picture with. There was a lot of girls at the yacht party, and this wasn't a yacht party I threw. I was just simply invited. But yeah, it upset a lot of people. So
I mean,
uh,
but you don't really be on no, you know, you don't really be on that type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like you've never seen me, me around a bunch of women twerking or anything like that. But I think what it was is for a lot of brothers, that type of situation's out of reach. So when a situation is out of reach, a lot of times people have to explain. Or I'm not going to say it's out of reach. They themselves believe it's out of reach for them. So what happens is a lot of brothers feel as though they have to explain why somebody else is able to do it and they're not able to do that. So basically what it was coming down to was, oh, you guys are surrounded by pros. You hired those girls to be on the boat, and you
Jesus Christ.
know, yeah. And it was like, for one, that wasn't my party. Just showed up. Like, for two, like nobody's paying these girls. Like, it's a yacht. You tell a woman, hey, you want to go to a yacht party, she's gonna say yes. Like that's
Yeah, I mean, if you tell them a boat in the Ozarks, they're gonna show up with bikinis and a case of beer.
exactly. So
Mhm.
and then, uh, but I mean, it was a whole thing, and then obviously, I don't know if you watch Skylar's channel.
I
Um,
seen Skyler. He had a yacht party. Is that the one?
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so you
Oh,
see me? Yeah, I'm on the thumbnil. I'm on the
oh,
thumbnail.
I saw that the after
Yeah,
party. The after the I seen his video. I try not to watch a lot of. I can't. I just can't, man. It's just it's a lot of the same type of content. It's like
mhm,
I've
yeah.
seen that before. I've seen that before. I've seen that before. It's like, oh my god, it just drives me crazy. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
So
like,
yeah, with Skylar, well, the thing about Skylar is he has an abundance of information. However, that's not really what's going to get the clicks and views. So you have to kind of edutain, as they
yeah,
call it. So he has to kind of do these smoke shows and then kind of feed the information throughout the show. So, but yeah, the whole conflict between him and Austin and
yeah. I
um,
saw that.
which they're both my friends. I'm probably like the only one that actually knows both of them personally.
Yeah, I saw the video with you and Austin in the back of the. I don't know if it was an in driver. I don't want to assume, but I
Yeah,
saw.
that was an Uber. I think we're on the way to the gym. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but it's not a beef. It's just kind of a disagreement between them two. So
Yeah,
they'll be fine.
I hope so.
Oh
Is
yeah.
it kind of makes you? It's like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, let's get some money together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they can make. I mean, even with this, I was like, if they were to do a live stream together, I mean, I'm sure a ton of people would show up just to see that live stream. So they can get money together, no problem.
Yeah, and I think like they need to just chill with, you know, I don't think they understand how it looks
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
like I got like when I first started hanging around let's say Latinos here, they never had any black friends. They
Right.
knew of black people, but these people in their country who are considered to be like the black folk, they stayed like in close to the coast in the woods. So
Right.
those are kind of like the indigenous people. And they didn't associate with those people, right?
Right.
So the only time they saw somebody like me or you was in the movie when we was we were trapping or something like that in the movie or pimping
Mhm.
something bad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And when they actually get to meet you, they're like they got a million and one questions that they want to ask. They want to ask about the N word. They want to ask about this and they want to ask about that. And it's like Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? You try your best to answer those questions, but you start to understand they've never had any affiliation or association or
Yeah.
been used to us. But when we actually start to go there, we start to live up to what they've seen in movies.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
we have to always be conscious of the image that we're putting out there, right? And it's like a lot of the guys just don't think of that. They just think, look, I'm just trying to go over here and have fun on vacation and then come back. But when it's like 10 of us, you know what I'm saying? And 10 of us, and we go over here, then it's like, okay, well, it's going to be a problem. I've been that guy that's been in a group before going on a trip, and then we all end up in jail,
Oh
right?
shit. Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying, like, yeah, I've been that dude, and it's like, uh, yeah, how can I avoid this situation? Because I've been in a lot of these situations, so I see it now, and I be like, yeah, that don't look good. I did that before. That,
Mhm. Right, yeah. And I mean, the main thing is with me is like uh between like my YouTube and Facebook and all that other stuff, you see me hanging out with guys. In all honesty, 95% of the time I'm by myself, or hanging with a lady friend or something like that. I'm not really in the group like that.
right,
Even though, I'm cool with everybody, but
right.
that's the way I stay out of trouble most of the time. Um, and that's what I suggest to a lot of guys. Don't be afraid to be by yourself. Um, it should just be you, your lady friend. Practice discretion. One of the
Yeah.
things I say is, guys, learn to have a personal life. YouTube, Facebook don't need to know everything about you.
No, they don't.
They want to just keeping it real. No, I'm not keeping it real with none of y'all. I have a personal life. Um, so so I mean, I think a little bit of discretion at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna take for the feds to end up coming in for everybody to start thinking, oh, I need to be a little bit more on the low key side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, especially if they're doing something illegal. I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie. I was pissed off when I saw this video from O'Shea Duke Jackson the other day
oh yeah, what was that one about?
about uh, BMT, and they had everybody's name in the video. He had everyone's name in the video. I'm like,
Uh,
well, if they don't know who they are, they know who they is now. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? They had all Tyler, Charles Tyler, and had Al Breeze, and then had BMT, and then what's the other OG name?
Richie, probably Richie in there.
Well, Richie, but the guy, what's the other guy name with the glasses? Can't think of his name. He's in Thailand now. Used to be in Dominican Republic.
What was that Chocolate Man in Thailand?
No, not him. That's
Oh, I know you, Russ.
yeah,
What's
Russ. Yeah, him.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
man, I'm like, for content, like, yo, bro, I was pissed about that because I'm like,
Right,
you just basically told them who all everybody is. If they didn't know who anybody was, they do now. You
right.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, discretion is out the window now because now I got to do is watch these guys, and that's how it starts. I mean, like, I'm not the most perfect dude, you know what I'm saying? So trust me, I done got a letter and two from a DA from my
Yeah,
phone being
yeah.
tapped and shit.
Right.
So that's how it starts. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, the main thing is, for one, yes, the feds are watching all of us.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell y'all, they're watching. We all got files. Like y'all might. I
you
mean,
better know it.
I'm gonna just let y'all know that right
You
now.
better know it.
And the main thing is, I mean, for me, they can investigate me. I mean, they're gonna be very bored doing it. I don't do anything. I'm like, he's gonna be like, dang, he don't drink, smoke, do drugs. He don't hang out with no pros. He's,
Yeah.
not doing anything illegal. Not talking to any underage girls, nothing like that. So it wouldn't. I mean, obviously, you don't like people watching you, but this is the world we live in, and ain't nothing we could do about it. So,
Right.
the main thing is you guys gotta, I just want brothers keep their nose clean. Don't be out here doing anything illegal. You should be fine, honestly.
They should be. They should be.
Yeah, man. But anyways, I gotta go do a little bit of grocery shopping, brother. I just wanted to come up on your platform and
All right, bro.
Tell you I appreciate. I always want to support all the brothers getting up here trying to do their thing and push a positive image of us forward in this YouTube space, in the travel space. Anything a brother is doing positive, I always want to support it. So.
Okay, bro. Appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate it. Salute to you.
All right. Salute to you, man. Take care, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. Been on here a little over 2 hours. This is my longest live stream right here. I'm gonna go ahead and end this right now. I want to say gracias a mi esposa futura, La Kikina. Thank you to Saul, contractor. Thank you to the International Quiet Storm. He's a stream sponsor, as always. Thank you guys. I forgot to turn my camera back on. Yeah, thank you guys. Always coming through showing support. Make sure you guys go over there to support their channels. So go over there, subscribe to Machismo TV as well. Support Jay Fleming's channel too. Go over and check him out. Make sure you tell him the Professional Nomad sent you. Salute. Please make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button. Check us out. All right. Bye.